Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon. Good evening. Good morning.
So I'm in a funny angle. Tommy's on my seat and he's not budging.
He's been stubborn.
Yes.
So, hi, my name's Barry.
And I'm Jay.
And we are Mitosu Crafts. So
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, yes.
Look at my hair.
I know. You got bedhead.
No, I washed it.
Okay,
Anyway.
he's got a clean head. So, yes. So, thank you for thing. We'll just wait for you to a second for you to pop in.
Yes.
Whilst we're doing that, I'm just going to get myself set up on this computer here.
Yes. So say hi as soon as you pop in. We'll be doing a random draw at the end of the live stream. Whoever comments will be put onto the live draw. Hi Steph, hi Connie, hi Sylvia. Thanks for joining us. Tom is here. Well, he's stale. He's in between us. Hi Jana. Thank you so much for joining us. So yes, it has been a busy week for us. We had the TNT online retreat and some of you were there, so thank you for joining us on there with the Pampered Pets. So I thought I would do some coloring with the Pampered Pets today with water painters, because an upcoming video on Friday I have used watercolored cats for that project, which I didn't show on the video. So we thought we'll jump on today and show you quick a video on how to color with water painters.
So it's kind of a bit of a two-parter. So we're kind of giving you a bit of a sneak peek of some of the elements today of a card which is coming out on Friday afternoon.
Yes.
For the Gentleman Crafters, which Joe's just mentioned. So,
but I will be creating a card.
Are you really?
Yeah, in my mind, I have something in mind. So
yeah, I suppose we have to create a card because we can't just give away flowers, can we?
Yeah, no. So I will create a card for it. So a bit of watercoloring, maybe a bit of sponging. Ooh, I don't know how it's going to turn out.
I've got no idea how this is going to work, but yes.
Hi, Sandra.
Yeah, so that's it. So it's a bit of a two-parter. So after today's video, make sure you tune in again on Friday, where we will have a video going live on Friday, as we just mentioned, with the elements which we're using. And I tell you what, it's a wow card, so you're not going to want to miss it. We
might do a sneak peek at the end of this.
Maybe a sneak peek. Oh, okay, a sneak peek. Maybe. Okay, yeah, sneak peek at the end, and then you can then see how it's actually made. And your video instructions will be on Friday. So, like I say, elements for it today. And you've got Tommy trying to sneak over Jay right here. Wait, Tommy.
What are you doing? Oh.
He just wants to be in. He just wants to be in the picture.
Oh.
Okay,
anyway,
looks like you're talking like that.
So
now.
Yes, hi Gian. Hi Sandra, Janice. Thank you so much for joining us. So we'll do a quick show of the cards that we've already shared on our blog, and you may have seen this as already if you've watched our live stream last Sunday. So this one, I believe this one was last week. Yes, this one was last week.
I think that was last Wednesday.
Yeah, so that one was the heat embossing on vellum and with the In Good Taste suite, which we are actually gonna have an online class with at the end of July. So check out our website, mitosucrafts.com, to see details of our online class. This one was from last live stream.
Sunday.
So creating standout sentiments using heat embossing. So this one was on Misty Moonlight and the Flowers for Every Season designer series paper there, and I believe Sylvia won the other card.
Yes.
She chose the black and white.
And Sylvia, that is on its on its way as we speak. So I don't know how long it's going to take to get to you, but it is on its way. It is posted. It's gone.
And I did create off camera this one from the from the sentiment that I created on that video. So this one is how to do colored embossing on dark cardstock. So that's quite cool, and that's using the Tasteful Touches stamps, ornate thanks, as well as the embossing folder.
For the tasteful touch is sweet as well. So.
And this one was blogged on yesterday, is it Wednesday? Yeah. Yesterday, for the Spot Creative Challenge, which is create your own DSP. So if you want inspiration to start off your card making, if you are stuck, always look at card making challenges, and this one is for the Spot. And yes, so I created my own background using family party, and yes, and it reminds me of what
I was going
watermelon.
to say, it looks like it's very watermelon-y.
And I put that on the blog post. Yes. So yes, so we're gonna crack on.
Lovely. And let's get you ready. Pop that there. And we'll flip you round. Right there.
Right there.
Sorry.
Cover your
Cover your
eyes.
ears.
Your
Sorry,
ears.
ears and eyes.
Yeah, cover your ears because I tend to get loud. So yes, so as mentioned earlier, Pampered Pets, it's such an adorable stamp set, and we have created so many project samples with this. One of which is, as mentioned, it's gonna come out on Friday, and I've got 3 other wow cards that I have designed but haven't finalized yet. But the basis is on there. It coordinates with the Pets dies. I don't have it on to hand as yet, but if you buy it as a bundle, you can buy it as a bundle, saving you 10%. And so cute. So I'm gonna be using those 2 today on thick whisper white, and I'm just gonna stamp in Memento. Oh, I need blocks. And for my water painters, I've just got water in there. So
We're loving these new water painters, by the way, as well.
yes, the water painters is got a bigger water tank than the previous water brush. And if you haven't seen our water painter tip video, it does open the other way. So if you turn the nib instead of the body, so that goes the right way. There, righty tighty, lefty loosey. And it's got 3 different nibs, so fine, medium, and a flat brush as well, which is great.
And don't worry about the staining. You will some colours will stain them, but it doesn't matter. They will clear. They will wash out clear. So the staining won't affect it. So don't worry about that.
Yes. So I'm gonna stamp these in Memento. Although I'm gonna be watercoloring. If you wait for your Memento to dry, it shouldn't bleed, because or you can use stays on. So I'm gonna do 2 of this one. Ooh, I was thinking of doing sorry, I was thinking of doing mirror image as well, Barry, wasn't I?
I think you will.
Yeah, can you pass me the
Oh my God.
the Stamparatus, please? So yes, so I do love, this is one of my favorite images. Just he's so how do you describe that?
It's got the cream.
Cat's got the cream. And sometimes obviously he's looking on the left hand side, so sometimes you want it to look the other way. So just a quick tip on if you want to do it the other way.
And this one here, initially I thought you looked very scared, but when you put the mouse next to it on there, he is then not looking scared. He is now chasing the mouse or stalking the mouse. So this is my 2
Yes.
pennies worth.
No, I agree with you. So, and the silicone craft sheet, sorry. Silicone mat. Thank you. We're so organized. I forgot I was doing that. Thank you. So, silicone craft sheet. So what you could do is just place him. You can do it freehand. I'll show you freehand as well, but it's sometimes easier with a stamp positioning tool. So if you just place that underneath and then ink up your, if I do it there, so then at least you can see it a bit more. There. Pick it up. And then stamp it on your silicone mat. And then, okay, I'm gonna do it that way. And it'll be the back side. And then if you put your magnet, I forgot the magnet underneath. If you just press underneath as well, because it's in the correct position, it will pick up the ink on the other side. So it does obviously create a more textured image, and just make sure that your silicone craft sheet is clean. So to do it freehand, you just basically do the same. So ink up your stamp. What did I use this for? Oh, for my Daisy Lane home decor. And then you can just rub the paper as well. And there you go. So what's great about doing it with the stamp positioning tool is if it's got a coordinating die, you have the back to front, so it'll be easier to cut it out with the dies. So if you don't have the image on the other side like this one, you can put it against the light that way, and then you can cut that. You can cut that off from the other side.
Sylvia has asked, what cardstock are you using?
This is Thick Whisper White. So hopefully those have dried already. All right, let's just move this away, clean it up. I don't have any clean. Oh yes, I do. So chamois is great for cleaning, and it's just quick and easy. And I can clean my, oh, I smudged it already. So yes, so wait for it to dry before you start watercoloring on there. Or you can heat emboss it in clear, so then you know that it's dry and the ink won't go anywhere. So for my coloring, I'll just gonna zoom you in. There we go. And I'm gonna color in Cinnamon Cider and Bumblebee. So this one, actually, on the designer series paper, it's got the matching image and it's already pre-colored. So if you do have the designer series paper, the Playful Pets designer series paper, there's an image like this and it's pre-colored, and the die matches the image as well. So it's the same size as the stamp. So that's a good what you call it, shortcut. But I'm sure you seen me water paint already. So I put my ink on the block, put a little bit of water on the block there as well. Make sure you have tissue paper or kitchen towel to hand just to clean it. But I tend to work lightly first, so add a tiny bit of color. And then you just go and color him out. So because I'm starting with the light, I'm just going all over where I want it. And because I waited for the memento to dry, it doesn't actually bleed. So that's actually quite nice. But if you want a bit more detail and shading, you can add a bit more color. and less water. So then you can go back into the areas that you think is going to be darker. So around his ears, towards his body and the back, and then underneath here. I'm just gonna turn it because it's just easier for me to draw or to color that way instead of trying to bend my arm how the image is set up. And in that designer series paper, they added like flicks at the bottom of there, so you could always use the designer series paper as a guide as well. If you don't know how to start to color images, you could always just use that to copy. So you have flicks under there, and then I can add a bit more shading on his face, and then I think some of the thing had a line underneath here as well. So that's quick and easy. So for the next one, I'll do in Bumblebee. I wanted to keep it with the in colors. I was like, oh, how would Bumblebee work? So I was kind of like thinking, cinnamon cider works really well, don't you think? So I thought Bumblebee would look a bit too yellowy, but I quite liked it in the end. So I'll just clean your water painter, water brush, once you're done with it. And then we'll start on to this one. So again, going lightly, adding a bit of water, and then going onto your stamped image. So I'm just quickly covering most of the image. And then I'm gonna give her eyeshadow. And another tip for you is where the ear kind of like goes down. I'm using that as a reference point to where her neck would be. So it'll be like that, and then just add another shading on there, and then add a bit more color. And then you can do the shading. Ooh, it's like a lion. Rawr. There we go. And then adding more darker shades where the shadows would be. And then if you want it to blend in a bit more, go back in and add more color in the water to then not have too much difference in the shadings. And I'm actually gonna add a darker, there you go.
Steph Gibson has said a watered down mango melody would make a nice fur colour as well.
Ooh, yes. So that's that one. If you want to add a bit of shade or a much more darker shadow, use your memento, because that is your pretty much your basic black or basic gray. You can do. I know it's a bit yellow, but it's gonna be gray in a second. There we go. So I've just added a bit of color, And then I'm just gonna go back into where I want all the grays. Again, just to add more different shades, or you can leave it as it was. So add more memento to darkest area. And there you go. So I'm gonna do that one. Let's see how that works, because the first initial one wasn't the best. It was a bit messy, my craft sheet, but I'll do that one. Shall we try the Mango Melody that Steph suggested? Yeah, we can do like 3 different colors: cinnamon cider, bumblebee, and mango melody. So mango melody, I think ours is, mango melody is such a great color for sponging as well. We've used it all so much. So yeah, so add water. Let's see how bright. Nice. It feels weird coloring it the other way. I'm so used to doing it the other way. But if you turn it upside down, obviously it'll be completely different. So yeah, so that's Mango Melody. Let's add Bumblebee in between. So you can add as many colors as you want, but coloring it in one color but adding more water does give you a lot of different shades as well. So this is Bumblebee, and then we'll go in with cinnamon cider. Need more water. But yes, these images are great for, obviously we have the stamping blends as well as watercolor pencil. For our TNT retreat, we actually demonstrated how to color it with the watercolor pencils as well. And there we go. And we've just done our, when did we do our order? The other day. Oh yeah, last night we did an order for the new in colors blends as well. So hopefully we can share with you those soon. But we do have our pre-order coming up. Gonna get delivered tomorrow, so we might do some unboxing as well. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Just add a bit more. She looks too white on the face. Okay, maybe that was too much. But you get the idea. So that's how I would color the cats from the Pampered Pets as well. And if you want, you can add shadows underneath as well. So if I add memento to that one, you can just do just kind of like to ground the cat as well. There you go. Ooh, it's upside down. So that's how I would color those two designs. Also, on the upcoming video, I used small blooms. So for that, I actually used our video from a couple of weeks back where I used water painters to color punch images. But on that video, I did use the medium daisy punch, and Barry suggested, why don't you do one for the small bloom? It is smaller than the medium daisy, but if I just quickly show you, so I'm going with Magenta Madness again on the block. Oh, that's a bit much. And this is shimmery white cardstock. I'm just gonna do it on the edge, and I'm gonna punch out a load of them. So get your flat nib, add a bit of water on the block, and then color as well. So we're just gonna do a straight line and then go back in to just cover the paper. So you can add more water or add more color as well if you want. So then once it's wet, it can blend out. So for example, here. But because I'm gonna be punching it out, I won't do so much work on it. So just one swipe is fine. It does take its time to dry, but if I got my own heat tool, blow on it. So all together now, blow.
Yeah, all together, blow.
I'm kidding. So I'm just gonna punch that and a couple, and then and see how that will punch. That punched all right. Sometimes if you do it on thick whisper white or normal whisper white, if it's still wet, you'll get a lot more shedding of the paper. So it is better if you wait. But for demonstration purpose, or you can do it the other way, because it punches from the other side first. So if we try and do it this way, hopefully it works, he says. But you can see it still does it because it's still wet. But I'll just do 5. We'll use 5, yeah. Cool, so if you're happy with that, you can use it with just that coloring. I did go over it again. So using the fine tip, I'll just make sure there's no water or there's no ink left on there. What you could then do is go back in. So what I did was, with a bit more color and water, go back in and cover the whole image. Whilst it's wet, add more ink, and then just go in and add your ink whilst it's wet, and it will blend out, or bleed out, shall I say, even more. So that's how you can get your watercolor look and texture. And then you can do a bit more in the middle, and then it just gives more contrast as well. Ooh. So if we do it again, if you want a lighter some more lighter areas, don't cover it as much, or just add water to the areas that you want darker. And if it goes dry, it won't bleed as much. So like that area there. So add a bit more water. Shimmery cardstock does give you a bit more leeway with adding water on top afterwards, just like watercolor paper. But it on thick whisper white, it won't. It tend to just seep into the cardstock quicker than the shimmery and the watercolor. It does dry lighter, as you can see already happening there. So you could always just go back in again if you want. But just for today, I'm gonna just do these 5 and then create a card for you. What card we will see. I did say some sponging, didn't I? I did. So yeah. The idea that I have in my head is pretty much inspired by Walk in the Woods stamp set. So it's got the mushrooms and grass. So I thought, oh, I could use that stamp, but I thought I'll just do using water painters, so to not have extra stamp set. Because with these water painters, with the long nibs, you can do flicks, he says. We'll see. I just added more color on my block. And then we'll go back in for the center bit. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the comments. Is everyone still there? Hope you're enjoying it. There we go. So last one. And just take your time if you do. It does obviously take longer doing it this way, but I think that extra extra coloring on top just adds another dimension to your punch images. There is a coordinating stamp with a small bloom punch from the new catalog, and I can't remember what's it called, but we do not have it, so that's why I had to resort to doing that. So what is it called? I'll just quickly show you. Punching. So small bloom. Anyone know what the stamp set is? I did see it. So small bloom, I can't remember. Oh, I'll have a look at it later. I can't remember the stamp set, but it was a freebie on the celebration, but it stayed on. So that is the flowers. How pretty are those? I think they're really pretty. So Barry, if you can die cut me the... So this one should be dry. If you can just die cut me those, please, and then I'll make a card. So for my card, I'm gonna keep it simple, he says. So thick whisper white, basic black, and another thick whisper white. So our usual card base, which is 21 centimeter by 14.6, folded in half at 10.5. I'll just move you up a little bit. And then, or that is 8 1/4 by 5 3/4. And this one is just 3/8 of an inch smaller than the front panel. And this one is 1/16 of an inch bigger than the front. So that's like 2.2 centimeters bigger than this one. But yeah, use whatever card sizes you are kind of like used to. So the Walk in the Woods, if you haven't seen that set yet, it is amazing. So we've done a couple of videos already with this one. So I was talking about these with the grass. And look, I haven't even done him yet. I have done him like really quickly. This was cinnamon cider, again on Memento. But maybe that's for another video. But yes, so I thought I'll do something along those lines, and just create. Thank you. So yes, so Barry's done those ones. So I'm gonna have the cat, and then have kind of like just tall grass flicking up, and then do some sponging around. So with your, so keeping it in with the in colors, I'm gonna use just jade. I love Linda, who watches our live as well, sent us a message on our Facebook page, and she put down my name as Just Jay. Love it. Thank you, Linda. Hopefully you'll get your card soon as well. So Just Jade. Just making sure there's no. So again, with this one, you can stamp it directly, but you'll need to mask it off. So it's just easier to either fussy cut it or die cut it. You could always go in where the white areas are and color it the color of your background. So we'll see how that works. I'll do that as well. So with this one, I'll go in with light first. And where's all my card? Whee! Nope. I was looking for all the cards. I had a card somewhere here. Oh, you took it from the die cut. Thank you.
I didn't take it, he gave it to me.
But you didn't bring it back.
I didn't return it.
Oh, you didn't do that one. It's
Oh, did you want that one done as well?
I just wanted to see how dark Just Jade is. Yeah, that looks alright. Yeah, you can die cut that one. Just so.
Oh, I can't because it's the reverse.
Yeah, put it in the light and have a look. So it's actually quite dark. So I'll just do flicks. So if you're not confident with doing it, obviously, just have a play. Just flick it up. Or if you turn it down, it might just be easier to flick down, like so. I'm not that confident either. I haven't done this before. But I'm just gonna have a play and then see how it works. Because we're all friends here. If I make a mistake, you don't mind, right? Add a bit more color. Yeah, it's doing it up isn't very what you call it, comfortable. So you could always add a bit more darker in between.
It's worked.
Yay! So Barry's done it. So he held it. Oh yeah. So that one.
You know the way you positioned it perfectly on the.
Oh, did I? Yeah. Yeah. So that one had the other one on it. Yeah. So this one had the stamp ratus at the back, so that's why it's easier
to
yeah.
To line it up for cutting.
Yeah.
So there's a good tip for you cutting your mirror images.
And I'll do just a tiny bit. So if you want more coverage, use your flat tip, or you can, right, I'm gonna add loads of water. You can do it flat like that, and then you do get more areas covered. Okay, and that's gonna go just there. So I know I want that there. So I'm just gonna then add more darker shades. And you can do smaller flicks. One there. Cover up the back. Yeah. And then, as I mentioned earlier, you can probably, so you can use, we tend to do this with the Stampin' blends, but you can use water painters as well. We'll see how, or inks, ink pads, how good it will be to just blend it in. Or color it before you die cut it would probably be easier as well. I completely forgot. But as we're here, and I said it, might as well. So yeah, so things that you can do with different mediums. Sometimes you can obviously use it for other ones as well, as obviously this one, as I said, we do with the Stampin' blends. And Just Jade has got a Stampin' blend as well. The only new in color that hasn't got a blend alcohol marker is Bumblebee, I believe. So once you have that in, so you do have the cat blend a bit more with the background. Okay, so I'm gonna add some sponging. I am gonna introduce more colors, I'm afraid. Can you pass me some paper, please?
Scrap.
Yeah. And if you want more, thank you. And if you want more, it's so dark. If you want more contrast on the background, you can obviously add more color. If I put shaded spruce, because shaded spruce is slightly darker as well, turn it upside down. Just so it's like the cat is hiding on the grass. Yeah, that looks all right. And then we're gonna build up the background with some sponging. So I do have Granny Apple Green and Pretty Peacock as well. So we'll start off with the light. And then I'm just gonna go in on the edge. Wait for it to dry a bit more, but it seems to go on okay. So this is Thick Whisper White. And after doing the couple under umbrella with the sponging, I do like the effect that it gives with just kind of like going over on the edges. You could always use other stamps as well to do the background. Sorry for the wobbles if it's wobbling. And then we'll go in with Pretty Peacock for a slightly darker edges. Or you can concentrate more around the base or in the grass area. So this area isn't as dry, so you can see it concentrated more on there. It's picking up loads of gunk. Or you can make your own stencils. Right, nearly done. I just want a darker top. There we go. And then I'll go back in with the Granny Apple Green again. Is it wobbling too much? Lovely chopply Jay. Love that. Thanks, Christine. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. There we go. So nearly done. And then we can add our cat and the blooms, which I hope, fingers crossed, will look amazing against this greenery background. There we go. So we'll add that on. You can distress it as well with your paper. I'm just gonna keep it clean, he says. Let's have a look. Shall I distress or not to distress? That is the question. Shall I distress the edges? What do you think? Whilst you voting, I can do my layout. Cool.
I think it looks right.
Yeah? Okay. Glue.
Steph's got distress. All distress.
Ooh, all distress.
Distress.
Can you pass
You
me
want the scissors?
scissors and glue as well, please?
Scissors.
So I normally just use scissors. So if you've seen the couple under umbrella, the In Good Taste textured card as well. So I'm holding it closer to the edge and distressing it that way. And because we sponged it as well, the marks on those water painter doesn't show as much. So it's always worth to just experiment. I wasn't to be completely honest, I wasn't really happy with it, but I just carried on, and it looked okay, right? So just going back and forth. Concentrating a bit more on some areas. And then that is that. You do get a lot of fluff on your desk. So that is done. So I'm just gonna add that on. Glue, I think it's run out. That one's run out. I'll pin it. I do keep putting it back in and thinking, oh, I'm sure there's some more in there. Right, because it's a bit wet, I'm gonna add a bit more glue on there. Wonky. There we go. And then this one, nearly done. Can you also give me the gold glitter? Enamel dots, please. I'll just do a couple. Yeah. Sorry. And some more of this, because that's gone. Yay, we completely finished our tombow.
Start on that one next.
Yeah, thank you. So that is on there. Ooh. Yeah, thank you. So before we add this on, I'm gonna put gold on here. With the pick tool. So we use our, but the end is not in the middle, it's fine. It's not in the middle, it's fine. We'll do the smaller ones as well. Change it up. I'm sure it's fine. There we go. So yes, so this one, I'm just gonna add, I can shape just by doing that, or your pierce mat as well. I don't think that's in the middle. Let's pick that up. Ooh, will it come off? Yeah. There we go. So, yeah, that looks all right. So I'm gonna add him on dimensionals and then add the, what are these? Blooms on here. So dimensionals, please. Just chuck it at me. Thank you.
Chuck it.
Well, you chuck it at Tommy, not at me. So yes, so we're just gonna use up the edges first. Because why not? And that. Yes, so the card for Friday, hopefully you enjoy it. But the attendees from our online retreat has had a sneak preview as well as access to the video now. So as an extra thank you from us. they can have a look-see and make their own. So I'm gonna do it there. And then, you're right.
Yeah, we had 5 no's and 2 yeses, and he still went with distressed. Lol. And
What?
I think the consensus was not distressed.
Oh, sorry.
In the end, but
I thought you said Barry said distress.
I did, and I didn't count properly.
Oh, when I looked up, it was
It was distress.
it was a couple of distress. Sorry. Ooh, it fell there. That's just gonna stay there. Barry, you weren't looking
I
properly.
didn't look properly.
So if you there we go. I'm just gonna add this one. Oh, that's quite cute. Just on here. Yeah. Ooh, we can add it on a thing as well. Wait. So you can add some on dimensionals. And the sprig punch as well is good for these. I didn't want it to go over the edge. There we go. That's done. And there we go. That is... Ooh, I'm trying to close it. It's the wrong lid. Oh, sentiment. I will do the sentiment just from here. I'll just do enjoy. Let's enjoy this card. You could also... Ooh, look! Butterflies. Alright, let's have a look. Ooh, Misty Moonlight. I haven't done Misty Moonlight from the... I've done Bumblebee. Shown you Cinnamon Cider. We can do some there. I just done that noise that I don't like. Paper. It was an afterthought, but I do like the butterflies, so I'm just gonna put this on there. Most of the time, this is how I do my card. I finish it and I'll be like, oh, I can add this, oh, I can add that. And I'll be like, it's already on the card base. But there's always ways of adding more stuff. But sometimes it's just better to leave it, but I never learn. Like that. Oh no!
Oh, you're gonna mess that up.
That's fine. I'm gonna put enjoy there. There we go. Cool, and then I'll do enjoy in Misty Moonlight as well. So the card is here. And I'm just gonna cut it. So yeah, who would like to win this card? Make sure you comment, and if you haven't done so and you've enjoyed yourself this evening, give us a thumbs up and support our channel. That will be amazing. There. Yeah. It's gonna have to. That would have been better there. go. How can I cover that? How can I cover it? I didn't want to go back into it. Right, I'm just gonna add the sentiment there. I do prefer it there. Left or right? I will look instead, similar to your idea, Jeanette, just using a takeaway dipping pot and hot glue. Yes. Was that for the multi liquid
Do you
glue?
not want to go over the messed up butterfly?
I do. Okay, I will. There. So you could always make it work for your card.
Or an embellishment there. Sorry, you're on delay.
Yeah. That's fine. That's done. So I'm sure you will appreciate the card even with those. Well, hopefully you do. And there we go. So how to color Pampered pets in water painters. So I've shown you different colored and the mirror image as well. Punch image in Magenta Madness. So Bar's just gonna come in with all my mess everywhere. And I will show you a sneak peek of what's to come.
Just going to show you, obviously there was a load of glue, glue talk and how we store ours upside down in an old sellotape dispenser. You can get these from the cheap shops, so we can probably get these from Poundland and they fit. You can normally fit about three of them in there at any one time. And that's how we store ours.
But yes, we've seen other people have obviously glue dispenser or like glue stands and holders, which is amazing.
I think the best one I've seen is hot glue.
Yes.
Hot glue on the base of the lid, stick it in, and then it permanently stands up like that.
Yes.
And that's the best one I've seen.
Cool, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned, we're going to pick a winner.
It's just coming on, and Tommy is cleaning himself.
So yes, so we are going to take the last few names, and we are going to pick a winner, and somebody will win this card.
Tommy,
all right. So Jay's just going to give you a quick sneak peek.
Ooh, sorry.
Let's come up. Are we doing this face to face? I think we are, aren't we?
So yes, so thank you so much for joining us this evening. Again, this is the card with coloring in water painters and a bit of sponging with the Pampered Pets and Small Bloom sponge. So yes, so hopefully you like that. That'll be great. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so. And just a quick sneak peek of the card this coming Friday. So it's this one, and it's got a bow on it, so that could only mean one thing. So hopefully you'll like that one.
Oh, you're not going to do a quick sneak inside, just not a quick sort of like what you're going to get. Oh, because this is the wow part. But we're not going to show you because the video is out on Friday to how to make it.
Ooh, ooh. Ta-da!
There you go. That's all you're getting. Video Friday.
Barry spoken. So yes, so share our channel if you can do, that'll be amazing as well.
Right, we're going to pick a winner now, and somebody is going to win this card. So let's turn it around. I've got all your names on the computer, and the winner of tonight. Yeah, sorry,
Look at
the mess.
Look at my mess.
You need to be more camera ready. And the winner of tonight's card is.
Fingers crossed, everyone.
Who've we got? We have Tammy.
Tammy Binchman, Spruce.
So yes, so Tammy, if you would like to message us your address, and we will quite happily send this back in the post to you.
Hopefully you
Hopefully
like
the
that with
distress. So yeah, sorry. Somewhere we kind of like how to sunlight it. Some I like it with. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah, cool.
Excellent.
Thanks
Thank you,
again
guys.
for joining us.
We'll be back on Sunday evening at 7 o'clock.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.